anybody that's doing anything leading a service, I've come to find that a lot of them have a particular routine they go through. Do you have a routine or anything that you do to prepare yourself mentally? It could be physical. Some people have a routine where they have to put on their socks a certain way, like something. Like I'm telling you, there's really wild, routines. But some people have a specific routine they go through before church on Sunday morning, before they do lead a worship service. So, do you have a routine?
I don't have a specific routine like put my socks on in the correct order. If I'm even wearing socks that Sunday. But for me, the time spent in the quiet and the solitude before worship is vital for me. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the entire time where I'm reading scripture. It doesn't have to be where I'm playing the piano and playing some worship songs. Sometimes it just standard routine stuff where I can just take some time and really focus my mind and my heart. Um, I wake up at some ungodly hour on Sunday morning,
I was
and
about to say, I think you normally get here like at least an hour before everybody else does on Sunday morning to have that quiet time. Is that about right?
um, yes, but it really begins even earlier than that at home. This morning I was up at 4:30. I've been getting up a little bit later recently. Um, Megan and Charlotte and I went for a walk, and then I didn't get to the church until probably 6:15 or 6:30.
Oh,
And band practice starts at 8, even though people show up at about 8:15.
yes.
And that worship pastor we have sometimes shows up a little late.
I've
Um,
heard that. I've heard
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
we need to do something about that.
There's got to be
Um,
a deacon meeting for that somewhere.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But I have that time in the mornings where no one else is awake at the house.
Yeah.
And then where I'm doing that up here at the church as well. And I don't have to do it at the church. I just find that if I run over my message in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
um, the physical location kind of forces me to, and the act of actually doing it in the chapel or the sanctuary really kind of forces me to focus
Yeah.
more than I would if I were just sitting in a recliner at the house half asleep.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I like that a lot.
I know some pastors or maybe worship pastors even who can wake up a few minutes before they're supposed to be at church,
Mm-hmm.
and that may be their thing. I don't know, but that's certainly not me.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah. Like I said, everybody has a routine. Everybody really does. And mine is I have everything set. I have all the music set weeks before we play normally, and I tweak and change it all the way up until Wednesday that we practice, and then we usually change something that Wednesday, where it be a song order, like maybe the third song we play second, second song we play third, and I have everything set usually in stone by that Wednesday night. And then on Saturday night, I've thought about it a lot on Thursday the next day. I've thought about it a lot on Friday that day, and then Saturday. I usually spend Saturday day with my family. Then at night, before going to bed, I'll look through everything and make sure I have all my files in order. I have all the songs. Everything is set. I'm not missing anything. If there was a tweak or an adjustment I needed to make after band practice on Wednesday, I make sure I have that on the file. And then that's like the last thing I think about before I go to bed on Saturday night. And when I wake up Sunday morning, I'm that's all I think about. That's where my mind was at.
Well, see, I'm very very different. So I don't like to do a whole lot of traveling or anything on Saturday because it tends to be. I feel like I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
Mm-hmm.
So physically, I prepare it. Now I can, you know, run around the farm or work in the yard or something like that without any problem. But I don't. I just don't like to be traveling on Saturday evening, and certainly not on Sunday mornings. But I rarely actually look over sermon or scripture or even the music that we're playing Saturday night. I save that for Sunday morning. I guess it's just a difference in
Mm-hmm.
personalities,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like if I'm not ready for it
Yeah.
Saturday night, then I don't need to be there Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But again,
Absolutely.
that's just the way my mind works.
Yeah.
That's not going to work for everybody, of course.
And I completely agree. I know people who wait until Saturday night to write their Sunday school lesson, or they wait till Saturday night to even make sure they know what song, like pick the songs they're going to play the next day. And I could not live that way. I have to make sure I'm very particular. I want to make sure I've given time and space. I've given ample time of quiet time to go to ask God if there's anything that He wants me, if there's a particular song. And sometimes I'll be driving down the road and hear a song, and I just had this overwhelming feeling. Hey,
Yeah.
we need to play this Sunday morning, and so maybe Thursday or Friday I'll change that and I'll put that in a thing because I do feel like it's important that. And honestly, it could be God saying, "Hey, sometime in the near 6 months, it would be great if you play this song." But to me, I'm thinking, no, that means we probably need to play that this Sunday. And so I definitely try to do that, and that's definitely come in bad at times because it's not worked out at all. And I don't know if that's because I hadn't planned well enough, but I think me personally, it's setting down the right amount of time weeks prior to the actual service. This is what we want to do, and I know that's different for a lot of people, like you said.